We're the Nitpicking Nerds, and this is a video. We're going to talk to you a little bit about our favorite Magic format that has lands in the Exile Zone, Battle Box. Ready to talk about some Battle Box?
Yes.
Oh, he's ready. Okay. I thought you froze in time for a second, but nope, we're good. We're gonna talk about
Battle Box. We're gonna talk about the rules of Battle Box. We're gonna explain it to you.
It's a format that nobody knows, but it's one of the most fun, best ways to play casual Magic.
Yeah, it's very casual, and we're gonna go over our favorite cards that we like from Battle Box.
Right, but first, you guys are just jumping into this. We're not gonna throw cards at you yet. You got to know the rules. Rule number 1: you got 10 lands in the Command Zone or the Exile Zone, whatever you want to call it. You got 10 lands, and you set them aside, and all you have to do is, you're really free to do whatever you want, but you need to have each color represented 3 times. So we use 5 2-color tap lands, and then 1 of each basic.
Yeah. A good way to do it, if you need tap lands, you can use gates. We use the Innistrad, right?
It's like the Innistrad Oath cycle of just no ability tap lands.
Come in the tap lands. We use those ones.
The gates are actually hideous.
You can use gates. Yeah, we don't like them because of the art. You can use gates if you want to have cards that
interact with gates.
Yeah. I can't think of a.
There's a bunch of them, like the Gatekeeper cycle, like the Pillarfield Oxes with upside when you have a gate. Yeah. Ogre Jailbreaker can attack if you have a gate. I don't know, something like that. If you want to, they are strictly better, but they're strictly uglier also.
Yes, Submerged Boneyard and all those have much cooler art.
They're so good. We still need one more.
Send us a foil.
Foil Submerged
Boneyard. If somebody has a foil Submerged Boneyard, please. Please. We've been looking everywhere.
We're going to start a Kickstarter. We just need to raise 50 cents.
No, because they're not. We keep looking. Well, I guess we can just order on TCG, but we keep looking on Star City. They just don't have a foil. A foil Submerged
Boneyard. Ticket item.
It's bullshit.
All right, so, rule number 2: there's literally no limit to how big the deck is, what cards you put in it, or how many copies you can have. We stick to the rule of, to make it more broad, 1 card max per the deck, and it's
one of each card. We do singletons,
right? Like singleton format, and there's no decks. You don't have pre-constructed decks. We have 350 cards,
and we just grab a pile,
shuffle them together, split it arbitrarily. Doesn't matter, and then you just give each player a pile, and you start playing.
Yeah, exactly, and it's super simple. It doesn't take any setup. We also have a box that we carry with us that has all our tokens.
Tokens box. You just keep track of what you need as you build it.
Yep.
It's just the best way. Like, you have all these cards that you like, but they're terrible.
Yeah.
Where else is where are you gonna play your Sultai Soothsayer? It's terrible in every format ever, but you can put it in Battle Box.
Yeah.
Because it just does a thing.
Yeah, exactly. You need all these cards. You can have as powerful or as weak as you want. If you
can build a legacy Battle Box. You can build a vintage Battle Box. Who cares?
We have our own rule where we don't put ramp in there.
Right.
Specifically,
we don't put ramp, and we stay away from land destruction because you can only play 10 lands, so it's kind of...
Yeah, we don't want any land destruction. The only way that lands can be destroyed is if you choose to put your land in danger.
Right, like Greater Gargadon. Or you can sack a land if you want. Or
we have Awakening.
Yeah.
I'm Ruinous
But that's
Path.
up to you. It's not... Your opponent can't just be like, World Breaker, exile your only white source for whatever.
We don't have any of those type of effects.
Right. And also, card draw, you need to watch out because it's pretty good. So if you put, Jace's Ingenuity, it's going to be insane.
Yes, if you put in something that's instant speed draw cards,
right? Anticipate is pretty good in this format.
Think Twice.
Think Twice is good too.
It's 5 mana, draw 2 cards, and it's super
the format's
good.
not. It's as fast as you want it to be, but if you probably will end up making it slower, and not a random aggro format. So you don't want too much.
Yeah, the problem with an aggro format is it just if the cards are super aggro, then it's just who drew quicker better.
I drew Warden of the First Tree into Gustwalker into Anafenza of the Foremost.
You're dead.
You can't win.
It's exactly. There's no interaction.
So to avoid that stuff, we have some early drops, but we put in sweepers too.
Yeah, we have
Languish, Blasphemous Act, Faded Retribution, Chain Reaction, all that. Radiant Flames.
Our Revelation.
Yeah, just a bunch of random, so that you can come back. So it's just kind of this quick back and forth. Let's play Magic.
Sometimes we've had long games. Most of them
They're
go
like
to like
5-10 minutes.
They go to like 10.
We play like 25-minute
turn
games.
10 to turn like 15
Right.
is like the average game.
Because you want to
But
be
then-
able to play all your lands.
So we've definitely gotten to the point where we were on like turn 20, 30.
Yep.
We've gotten to
just
real
like
long
back
games.
and forth, and it's fun. And
Yeah.
especially if you make it with your friends, you just every game you're like, oh my god, these are my favorite cards. I can't wait to play with them.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna talk about our favorite cards.
Yeah. Rule number 3 is you, for the love of God, don't start with 7 cards. There's so many problems with that. First of all, your first like 3 plays are going to be tap land, tap land, tap land. So you're going to have to discard at least 2 or 3 cards. Second of all, card draw is busted in this format, so you need to start with less cards, so you can just play slower, and you're not going to get absolutely punished for a slow start.
Oh yeah, if you start with 7 cards in your hand, you'll get fucked.
You'll have to discard
You'll
every
be
time, so
discarding.
you're just going to be
And
like, why do I have these extra cards?
You know who gets the advantage in that? Whoever gets the flashback spells.
Yeah, whoever gets the flashback spells or whoever's on the play, right? Because you can, whatever, doesn't matter. Whoever gets the flashback spells, you just I'll discard my Sever the Bloodline, and I didn't discard a card, and then they're like, I'll discard my actual creature, and they just lose. So don't start with 7 cards. And we need to know the next rule. We've covered the lands, we've covered the spells, we've covered the hands.
And then you just play Magic.
Yeah, from there you just rule 4. Play Magic.
Yeah.
Have fun.
As
It's a
soon
fun
as you,
format.
as
As
soon
long
as
as
you
you're
get
having
into
fun.
it, just play. The thing is, it makes for a lot of decisions. Cool cards to put in
Yes.
are things that cost like triple black,
Yes.
triple white,
Triple spells.
Triple is usually the best way to go, because even though if you like look at something like Fusion Elemental, and it looks like it's like this
that's
card.
hard to cast.
It's super
It's
easy
5,
to cast.
It might as well be 5 colorless.
It is the easiest card to cast in the format.
Right. Because
It's-
there's just no, but it's like Gatekeeper of Malakir, the Faded Cycle, they're all triple red, or triple whatever.
One of the best cards is also one of my like favorite removal spells for this is Sever the Bloodline, because you can't cast both sides in one turn.
Right, stuff like that.
Because it costs 11
Or,
perfectly.
Roar
which
of the
is-
Worm, it's like 7 mana for a 6/6 and then a flashback 4. So you have to have an Eldrazi Scion or something to cast both.
Yep, exactly.
Cards that promote choices, we have the cycle of the Sojourners from Alara Reborn, where you can either cycle them for an effect, or you can play them as bodies, and then when they die, you get the same effect as if you cycled them. So you can play a dude if you need a dude. You can cycle for value. Or then we have the other cycle of cyclers from Alara Block, the Resounding Cycle, where you can either pay 8 and get like this crazy value, like 3 for 1.
Or pay 3 and get the same
Just
effect.
like a normal...
It's the same exact effect, but only 1.
Right. So instead of making him discard 2 cards at random, and you draw a card, you just make him discard 1 at random.
Yeah.
So you have it just promotes choices. You need to watch out for, there's some things that are just absolutely busted. Like, what do we think was too good? What do we have in there? There's so many. Like Obsidat.
One of the least fun cards we had in there was the 4-mana 2/2 that when it dies, you draw 2 cards. You can just not attack
Yeah,
into that.
the 4-mana 2/2 Youthful Scholar was like, that's how good card draw is. Like, that card was busted. You just play it, you block, you gain like 6 life, and then you draw 2 cards and the game's over. Because you just have so much action.
It's just like you don't want to attack into it ever. It just was no
Creates
fun.
board stalls, and it's just actually not fun. So watch out for cards that are not fun.
There's a lot of not fun cards.
Yeah, it's trial and error, but it's so fun, and you
don't put Frostburn Weird in your thing. That card fucking sucks.
It's not. No, Frostburn Weird is great.
That card is so bad, and I can't get Beezy to take it out of the battle box.
It's adorable.
I've been trying my very best. I hate that fucking.
It was the best card in Standard.
It wasn't even good. It was
Okay, so
it's as good as Nightfield Spectre was.
Here's
in
what
Standard.
happened. They played turn 2 Pack Rat, right? Then you play turn 2 Frostburn Weird. Then they attack you with Pack Rat, and you just block, and it dies. That's how that format went.
That never happened.
That was that format.
They didn't attack you with Pack Rat.
They didn't even play their land, dude. They just attacked you with Pack Rat, and then you blocked, and you're like, you're an idiot. And they're like, oh, damn.
What format did you play?
It was Frostburn Weird Pack Rat format, where you can't go past 2 lands. You remember that format?
I still think the Pack Rats are better.
Okay. Even when you cannot play more than 2 lands?
Yes. If you have a deck full of Pack Rats and a deck full of Frostburn Weirds, I think you're going to win with Pack Rats.
I think it's close.
No, it's not. After turn 4, you can't lose.
Stop it. You can't lose after turn 3.
Yeah,
You guys have 2/2s and they can't pump their Frostburn Weirds unless they want to
not play Frostburn
not
Weirds.
play Frostburn Weirds. Anyway, this is a completely different format that you do. You guys don't have to play that format.
Don't play Frostburn
Sounds pretty
Weird.
cancerous to me. So we've gone over pretty much everything. It's another thing where the format is, there's no, like, I don't want to say, if somebody has a cube and their cube is better than your cube, and they're going to the like local game store and having cube drafts, you can't really do that because then they kind of have a monopoly on the cube thing.
The cube.
But like any number of people can have a battle box. You can just play with your friend. We usually just play. We grab John Jones. We grab somebody from the like local game store, and you just play battle box. And it's like, oh, we have 5 minutes in between a round. Let's play like 1 or 2 games.
It's pretty funny. Because like me and Beezy know the battle box pretty well.
Yep. So we're just like.
Did you put? I just want to see if you put the one. You
Right.
did.
So we are just slinging through,
like
back and forth.
We know exactly what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who plays with us has to read like every card. Most of them, like unless they played with that card in standard, they're like, "What the hell is this card?"
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know, like, what cards are just? There's so many ridiculous.
What about the 13-13
with Morph?
with Morph? Nobody knows what that card is. I don't even know the name of that card off the top of my head. Yeah.
I think there's like a. No, we had a Japanese card in there, but we took it out.
Did we?
It was the ex-kicker guy who makes a bunch of sapperlings.
Yeah,
Vertaloth, the ancient.
Yeah, because I had a regular one, and it's so confusing because nobody knows.
Anyway, half the cards might as well be in Japanese if you don't know what it is. But the point is, you'll know what cards are in your battle box because you made it. But whenever we're playing, there'll be like other modern games going on. But we're playing battle box, and everyone's just crowded around us playing battle box because we're having so much fun.
The one day,
and it's so interesting.
We were playing, and like first thing, everyone asked us what we're playing.
Right. If we can just give them this video.
Like, I'm gonna bring
this is for you. We respect you.
Yeah, we've been asked literally
because they want to know
everybody in the game store.
Like, yeah, we want to build one. It's fun.
No,
it's not
is
EDH.
This? No.
Rule number 5. It's not EDH. It's not standard. It's not block constructed. It's not draft, and it's not cube. It's battle box.
It's just battle box. But oh my god, I'm just laughing.
He's so taken aback
at the fact that we get
tell.
asked by everybody. It's unreal.
It is unreal. They all want to know.
We were sitting there playing the one day, and literally there was like 2 games of Modern going on because it was Friday Night Magic. We were playing Modern.
Snore, am I right?
Yeah. So, and all of a sudden we look around, and like everybody in the game store is watching us play a back and forth game of Battle Box.
Yeah, we're just like, hey guys.
What's cool? Okay, everyone's watching. Then the guy next to us, who doesn't know anything about Battle Box at all, he literally says, like, this format's stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah, like,
it's all uninteresting and boring. And we're like, you're sitting there watching us. You're sitting
Everyone's
there.
Watching the
everybody is sitting us watching.
Oh my god, he drew the removal spell.
Everybody is sitting here watching us play a game of Battle Box, and you're sitting here, never have played Battle Box, and you're going to tell me it's boring.
Right.
Like,
we've had at least like 4 people be like, all right, I want to build one.
Yeah, a lot of people do. No one has built
one. It started with a few pros, and then it expanded to apparently us.
Who started it?
I want to say Brian DeMars. Don't quote me on that.
Brian DeMars.
I think it was him. He's cool though. Somebody
well,
wacky like that.
We have a card
pros.
that we call Marshall Sutcliffe.
Well, we have nicknames for every single card in the battle box.
One is just called Marshall Sutcliffe.
Well, that's Dauntless River Marshall, a.k.a.
Dauntless River Marshall Sutcliffe.
Dauntless River Marshall Sutcliffe. He's great. He does work every time.
Battle Box is great.